Chapter 21. Gender Inequality, Economic Perspective. Reading Objectives. Economic Perspective. Women's Role in Unorganized Sector. Women's Role in Organized Sector. Unequal distribution of labor. Less importance to women labor. Changes in women's status. Gender inequality occurs in social institutions, such as family, educational system and workplaces. It also occurs in economic sphere. A working woman support and strengthen the economic status of a household. You may also have heard discussions that a housewife is a non-working woman. No material value is attached with her household work, and so her task is undervalued. Her contribution goes unnoticed. A woman as the unpaid mother, wife, laborer, all three rolled into one. Most people will agree that work done within the house, even though devoid of material value, is work. But only those women who work outside their home, in offices or have their own business are termed as working women. The one who work within their homes are called non-working women. Enrich yourself. Gulabi Gang. Sampat Lal Devi is an Indian social activist from Bundelkhand region of Uttar Pradesh, North India. She is founder of the Gulabi Gang, an Uttar Pradesh-based social organization, which works for women welfare and empowerment. This is all-women vigilance force, dressed in pink saris and holding bamboo sticks. Most women are from lowest castes in India. The sisterhood has stormed police stations when officers have refused to register complaints of abuse against women, attacked men who abused their wives, stop child marriage and encourage girls to go to school. Economic perspective. If we assess the economic importance of a household woman, we will come to know that even while doing no outside job, she too contributes equally in the economic upliftment of her home. She cooks, washes and maintains the home. In case she is relieved of these jobs and servants are engaged for these, a good amount of money has to spend on these servants. A woman helps in saving all this money. An educated mother who teaches her children at home saves the money paid to the tutors. A working lady helps to better the economic condition of her home. The gender inequality can ruin the happiness of a family if only the man earns and his earnings are not enough to meet the family expenses. A working lady can thus help in strengthening the economic condition of a household. Today, life has become very expensive. A household cannot run on a single income. Therefore, we must say goodbye to gender inequality, and allow our female folk to work shoulder to shoulder with men. Only then our homes and nation will prosperous and happy. Women's role in unorganized sector. Most women who work in the unorganized sector depend on subsistence agriculture for their livelihood. The unorganized sector includes hawking, vending, demisting, weeding, hoeing and milling. Many women do businesses that are not governed by the state. A large number of women also works based on agriculture, like processing and marketing homegrown products or selling fish. Women are also involved in traditional jobs such as cottage industries. Cottage industries include making baskets, pots, statues, sculptures, toys, garlands, weaving mats, sheets etc. Some women also work at home. They earn little but whatever they earn add to the family resources. In addition, they do household work and take care of children throughout the day. In the unorganized sector, women do not have any job security. They also do not get any benefits like paid leaves and medical insurance. In times of illness, they might lose their job and their families might fall into debt. Many little girls work as domestic servants in the homes of rich people. Sometimes, girls and boys below the age of 14 work in match and beadi factories. They work more than 15 hours a day. Women, in spite of their contribution to every area of life, do not get the share of fruits of their labor equally. Research tells that female laborers are unequally paid less than the male. Discrimination is practiced against women vis-a-vis men in every sphere of life. Women constitute the majority of the world's poor. Sometimes, women working in the unorganized sectors are negatively affected by the introduction of new technology and machines. For instance, when a mechanized irrigation system was set up in a village of Odisha, the women who were employed to irrigate its fields through a bucket system lost their manual works. Women's role in organized sector. Today, educated women work in the organized sector, such as offices, schools, hospitals, banks, publications, BPOs, and IT. But the conditions of most women working in the organized sector are not very easy. According to a survey, 2/3 of the women found that they had to work harder to get the same benefits as men. They were often deprived of promotion and growth opportunities at workplaces. In many cases, working women are not allowed the right to equal salary and are paid little as compared to their male colleagues. But most women in the organized sector receive many benefits and have a distinct advantage over women in the unorganized sector. They receive benefits like medical facilities including sick leaves, maternity benefits and hospitalization. They also get national holidays as paid holidays. Get to know more. Sarpanch. This word generally brings to mind an image of an elderly grey-haired man. But Times of India has heralded Chavi Rajawat as the woman that is changing the face of rural Rajasthan. With innovative projects, she has brought better water, solar power, paved roads, toilets and a bank to her village, Soda. She has addressed a poverty conference at the United Nations in New York, US. The glamorous jeans, MBA Sarpanch is an inspiration to many and is the face of the young and modern India yearning for change. Unequal distribution of labor. In the earliest times, women stayed at home, while men went outdoor looking for bread and butter. Thus, they shielded the weak, became food gatherers and as result became the head of the family. For generations, this unequal distribution of labor has existed in the society. It is generally understood that woman's place is at home. Thus, her role is to give birth of children, prepare them, and to take care of the aged. The task of cooking meals, washing clothes and dishes and keeping the home clean also fall on her shoulder. Her life is only limited to the needs of the family. As a consequence, a woman cannot make her true identity. She has to cater to the social needs because the obligations of making good social contacts and a healthy environment for the family lies on her. However, women are more burdened than men. The unequal distribution of labor in rural India is more visible than in the urban areas. For example, in villages the women have to work in fields and orchards besides looking after the household. Their presence is preferred at homes than in schools. In urban areas, though women do not work in the fields, they have to maintain the household and look after the children in addition to working outside the homes. Men as compared to women are less burdened. They are mainly engaged in earning livelihood. If they work in fields in rural areas, they don't participate in household chores. So, the division of labor is not in favor of women. Less importance to women labor. Both women and men play important roles in productive work throughout the world, providing for themselves and their families. But women's roles are often invisible and seldom given the importance or recognition they deserve. In rural areas, the responsibility to provide nutrition to their children from their birth till maturity or till their son starts earning and daughters get married lies only on women. Women collect firewood and water from significant distances away from home and then make food for the whole family. They too take part in farming activities, along with their husbands, in addition to the household works. Despite their contribution, women tend to be the invisible facilitator of development. The condition of women in urban areas is, more or less similar. Education and awareness have made only a little difference. Women who are working in various capacities in offices, hospitals and schools have to deal with their household work, take care of their children and also ensure that their jobs or professional loyalties are taken care of. However, their economic independence and better financial status enable them to employ servants to assist them with the household work partly or to whatsoever extent they want or can bear. Changes in women's status. Times have changed, so has the status of women in India. Through the social reform movements that began in the late 19th and early 20th centuries in India may get leaders of India, like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Vivekanand, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan took up the issue of the liberation of women. This issue was taken up by certain women demonstrations. Mahatma Gandhi asked the women to come out of their homes and fight against the social evils, like drinking and gambling by men. Initially, the wine shops were ghiraved and men were forcibly prevented from drinking by the women. The movement further developed into women liberation movements. Many reforms were taken up to address the wrongs meted out to women in the male-dominated society. Then came the time when the dawn of freedom smiled on India. Women after independence. The independence gained in 1947 not only rid the nation of foreign rule but also liberated the women to liberate from certain evil traditions and customs. The government took up many welfare programs for women empowerment. It was ensured in the Constitution of India through the directive principles of state policy that wages would be given to women equal to that of men for similar nature of work. It was made a point in the 5-year plans that women empowerment has to be taken on war-like footing. Special sections with heavy financial allocations were included in all the 5-year plans. A fixed quota in professional education and employment has been reserved for women candidates. At present, a bill of 33% reservation for women in the legislature is under the active consideration of the government. Women are involved in the administration of the country through panchayat institutions. Many panchayatas have female sarpanchas and many are dominated by women. Women can freely participate in the politics of the country. The National Commission for Women was set up in January 1992 under National Commission for Women's Act 1990. This commission has a responsibility to review the constitutional and legal safeguards for women. Do you know, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act or MGNREGA It is an Indian labor law and social security measure that aims to guarantee the right to work. It aims to enhance livelihood security in rural areas by providing at least 100 days of wages employment in a financial year to every household whose adult members volunteer to do unskilled manual work. Another aim of MGNREGA is to create durable assets, such as roads, canals, ponds, wells. Employment is to be provided within 5 kilometers of an applicant's residence and minimum wages to be paid. If work is not provided within 15 days of applying, applicants are entitled to an employment allowance. Thus, employment under MGNREGA is a legal entitlement. MNREGA is to be implemented mainly by Gram Panchayats. The involvement of contractors is banned. Labor-intensive tasks like creating infrastructure for water harvesting, drought relief and flood control are preferred. Apart from providing economic security in creating rural assets, MGNREGA can help in protecting environment, empowering rural women, reducing rural-urban migration and fostering social equality among others. Searching dictionary. Household chores. The household tasks that one does regularly. Informal sector. Economic activities not controlled by the state. Word to know. A woman is the unpaid mother, wife, laborer, all three rolled into one. A large number of women do work based on agriculture, like processing and marketing homegrown products or selling fish. Sometimes, girls and boys below the age of 14 years works in match the BD factories. Today educated women work in the organized sector, such as offices, schools, hospitals, banks, publications, BPO and IT. The unequal distribution of labor in rural India is more common than in urban areas. The independence gained in 1947 not only rid the nation of foreign rule, but women were also liberated from certain evil traditions and customs. The National Commission for Women was set up in January 1992 under National Commission for Women's Act 1990.